His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received a telephone call from Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. The two leaders emphasized the depth and strength of the relations between the two countries and the two people and the need to further enhance them in various domains, including economic and investment fields. During the call, His Majesty the King praised the mediation efforts that led to the ceasefire agreement in the Gaza Strip, in which Egypt played a key role, noting the need for the full implementation of the ceasefire agreement and the inevitability of starting a political process that leads to a permanent peace agreement that achieves the desired stability in the region. They reviewed regional developments, where the Egyptian president reviewed the efforts exerted to ensure the full implementation of the ceasefire agreement in the Gaza Strip, including the exchange of hostages and detainees and the implementation of humanitarian aid to alleviate the unprecedented humanitarian crises suffered by the people of the Gaza Strip. The president stressed the importance of rebuilding the Gaza Strip and the need for a unified Arab position to support the achievement of lasting peace and stability in the Middle East. The two leaders affirmed the need to hold an international conference for peace in the Middle East, which His Majesty the King called for during the Arab League summit hosted by Bahrain. The two sides also discussed the developments in Syria, Lebanon, Libya and Sudan, noting the need to further stabilize these countries and avoid conflicts. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received at Safriya Palace the chairman of the UAE National Media Office, Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed bin Butti Al Hamad. Upon his visit to the kingdom, Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed conveyed the greetings of the UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, along with their best wishes for Bahrain and its people for continued progress and prosperity under His Majesty the King's leadership. His Majesty the King welcomed Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed and relayed his greetings to the UAE President and the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, and wished the people of the UAE further progress and prosperity. His Majesty emphasized the distinguished historical relations between the two countries and people, as well as the continuous development of cooperation and fraternal coordination in various domains, especially in media, to promote their mutual interests. His Majesty the King underscored the importance of these mutual visits in strengthening and enhancing media collaboration between the two countries. His Majesty the King also commended the UAE's regional and international standing, commending its developmental and civilizational achievements and its comprehensive progress in all domains under the leadership of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. For his part, Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed expressed his thanks and appreciation to His Majesty the King for his keenness to further strengthen the historic and fraternal relations between the two countries. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, received a cable of congratulations from His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa on his behalf, and all BDF members on the occasion of the 57th anniversary of the establishment of the BDF, which falls on February 5th. In the cable, His Royal Highness said that the BDF is a symbol of pride and a shield that protects the homeland and safeguards its civilizational gains, which His Majesty laid its foundations. His Royal Highness emphasized that this national occasion, which coincides coincides with the Silver Jubilee anniversary of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne, is a testament to His Majesty's great achievements that consolidated the status of Bahrain at all levels, enhancing national unity, development and prosperity. His Royal Highness added that His Majesty's directives also contributed to enhancing the readiness of the BDF, which has become a model of efficiency and professionalism that preserves the nation's gains, dignity and sovereignty, praying to Allah the Almighty to grant His Majesty lasting good health and happiness. His Majesty the King sent a reply cable of thanks to His Royal Highness on the occasion. His Majesty expressed to His Royal Highness and his members, officers, commanders, soldiers and individuals congratulations and appreciation for his prominent role in enhancing the capabilities of the BDF and developing its performance in terms of armament and training, which earned it high efficiency to be at the highest levels of readiness, qualified, trained and armed with the latest weapons and modern technologies to defend the homeland and protect its civilizational achievements. His Majesty prayed to Allah the Almighty to bless and protect Bahrain and protect its civilizational achievements. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, received a cable of congratulations from the BDF Commander-in-Chief Field Marshal Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmed Al Khalifa on his behalf and all BDF members on the occasion of the 57th anniversary of the establishment of the BDF, which falls on February 5th. The Commander-in-Chief has affirmed that the BDF members renew their pledge to remain His Majesty's loyal soldiers and exert more efforts and sacrifices for the kingdom. He prayed to Allah the Almighty to protect His Majesty and many happy returns with lasting good health and happiness, wishing the kingdom progress and prosperity. His Majesty the King sent a reply cable of thanks to the Commander-in-Chief in which he expresses appreciation and pride on the occasion and in the BDF as the nation's shield. His Majesty congratulated the BDF and its members, officers, commanders, soldiers and individuals on the gains made at all levels, especially the acquisition of efficiency and expertise through continuous training and readiness to defend the homeland. His Majesty the King reiterated thanks and appreciation to the Commander-in-Chief for his remarkable and appreciated efforts for the BDF, especially with regard to enhancing its efficiency and armament, the ability to deal with various advanced military systems and keeping abreast of military and technological developments and advancements to enhance its capabilities and readiness to defend the homeland and its sovereignty. His Majesty affirmed that the BDF will always receive his attention, follow-up and trust in order to achieve the desired goals, praying to Allah the Almighty to protect the Commander-in-Chief. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa received a cable of congratulations from the BDF Commander-in-Chief Field Marshal Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, who conveyed on behalf of himself and all BDF personnel congratulations on the occasion of the 57th anniversary of the BDF, which falls on February 5th. The Commander-in-Chief affirmed that the BDF personnel recall on this occasion the enlightened approach of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, and his endeavors and generosity towards the military development in Bahrain, praying to Allah the Almighty to grant His Royal Highness good health and happiness as well as prosperity for Bahrain. His Royal Highness sent a cable of thanks to the Commander-in-Chief in which he expressed his thanks and appreciation on the occasion, expressing his sincere congratulations on the occasion and pride in the BDF and its members and the advanced level of readiness is reached to maintain the sovereignty, security and stability of Bahrain. His Royal Highness stressed that the BDF enjoys the great support of His Majesty the King, which contributed to its continuous development, keeping peace with all that is new in various military and technical fields. His Royal Highness reiterated thanks and appreciation to the Commander-in-Chief for his remarkable efforts, praying to Allah the Almighty to protect the Commander-in-Chief. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa received the Chairman of the UAE National Media Office, Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed bin Bulletin Al Hamad, at Rifa Palace. His Highness then highlighted the strength of the Bahrain UAE partnership, adding that cooperation continues to thrive as a testament to the deep-rooted ties between the two nations, with the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Sheikh Al Hamad has also conveyed the greetings of the UAE President and the UAE Vice President and the Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, along with their wishes for Bahrain and citizens to achieve continuous growth and prosperity. In return, His Royal Highness conveyed his greetings to the UAE President and the UAE Vice President and Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, extending his best wishes for the UAE and its citizens' continued progress and prosperity. His Royal Highness emphasized the role of the media sector as a key partner in development, noting its responsibility in promoting transparency, raising raising community awareness, advancing regional and global peace and security. Topics of common interest as well as regional and global developments in the media sector were also discussed in the meeting. His Royal Highness recognized the UAE's significant advancement and comprehensive development across various fields. For his part, Sheikh Al Hamd has expressed his gratitude for the opportunity to meet with His Royal Highness, noting His Royal Highness's unwavering support to the Bahrain-UAE partnership. Sheikh Al Hamd has also wished the kingdom further progress and development. The chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Isa bin Salman Education Charitable Trust, chairman of the Board of Directors of Tamkeen, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the newly appointed Commander of the UK Maritime Component Commander, ME Commodore Ben Aldous at Rafah Palace. His Royal Highness affirmed the strength of the historic relations and strategic partnership between Bahrain and the UK, emphasizing the mutual commitment to enhancing cooperation and joint coordination across all fields, particularly in the military and defense sectors. His Royal Highness noted the importance of strengthening the partnership to create new opportunities for development and growth benefiting both kingdoms. His Royal Highness affirmed that the vital role of the UK alongside allied countries in safeguarding regional peace and security. During the meeting, the latest regional and international developments and issues of common interest were discussed. The chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Isa bin Salman Education Charitable Trust, chairman of the Board of Directors of Tamkeen, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. The personal representative of His Majesty the King and Chairman of the Supreme Council for the Environment, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, highlighted the significance of National Environment Day as an annual occasion to promote awareness and encourage responsible environmental practices. His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad emphasized the role of individuals in addressing environmental challenges, protecting natural resources, and contributing to sustainable development. His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad has noted Bahrain's impactful efforts in environmental and climate preservation, attributing this to the vision of His Majesty the King and the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad emphasized the kingdom's efforts in implementing key projects that support sustainability, particularly in water resource management. His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad highlighted the National Water Strategy 2021-2030 as a major initiative aligned with the Government Programme 2023-2026 and Sustainable Development Goals SDG 6 on clean water sanitation. Marking National Environment Day on February 4th, which coincides with the National Campaign Sustainable Water, launched in partnership with the UN Environmental Programme under the slogan "Every Drop Tells a Story," His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad underscored the role of society in water conservation and noted the importance of responsible water usage and the need to minimize waste and pollution. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Chairman of the National Human Rights Committee, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, emphasized Bahrain's commitment to further promoting respect for religious and cultural diversity as essential foundations for global peace and prosperity. Marking the International Day of Human Fraternity and World Interfaith Harmony Week, the Minister underscored that these values are deeply rooted in Bahrain's approach under the leadership of His Majesty the King. The Minister expressed pride in Bahrain's pioneering initiatives and government policies led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, which have developed Bahrain's position as a model of respect for human rights, coexistence, and peaceful relations among religions, cultures, and civilizations. He emphasized Bahrain's commitment to its historic values of pluralism and mutual respect, which have contributed to a cohesive and united society built on the rule of law and institutions. He highlighted Bahrain's diplomatic efforts to foster a world of peace, security, and prosperity, as reflected in the National Human Rights Plan 2022-2026. Dr. Zayani commended the leadership of His Majesty the King in spreading the principles of peace, understanding, and dialogue between civilizations at regional and international levels. He highlighted that the Arab League Summit in Bahrain adopted His Majesty's initiatives on human rights and calls for peace, including a proposal to hold an international peace conference and establish a Palestinian state based on a two-state solution. The minister also highlighted Bahrain's legislative, institutional, and cultural efforts to promote peaceful coexistence, including His Majesty's call at the Interparliamentary Union in Manama for an international convention to criminalize hate speech reject extremism and violence, and support coexistence. He pointed to the establishment of the King Hamad Global Center for Peaceful Coexistence and its initiatives and training programs that embody the principles of the Bahrain Declaration on Religious Freedom, as well as the King Hamad Award for Peaceful Coexistence and other global awards. Dr. Zayani also noted Bahrain's organization of international conferences, most recently the Bahrain Dialogue Forum East and West for Human Coexistence, which was attended by His Holiness Pope Francis and the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar. The Minister of Oil and Environment and Special Envoy for Climate Affairs, Dr. Mohammed bin Mubarak bin Dana, inaugurated the 11th edition of the Middle East Residual Fuel Oil and Catalytic Technology Conference. The conference promotes cooperation and exchange of expertise to address the challenges facing the global energy sector, enhancing production and minimizing waste in line with the objectives of sustainable development and environmental preservation. The minister praised the diligent efforts of BOPCO's experienced workforce for the fruitful results achieved in various vital projects, including the BOPCO refinery modernization project. He emphasized that the ministry is committed to supporting such important initiatives that contribute to improving environmentally friendly technologies and achieving Bahrain's initiatives to reach carbon neutrality by 2060, in addition to implementing plans to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. The Minister of Oil, Environment and Special Envoy for Climate Affairs, Dr. Mohammed bin Mubarak bin Dana, inaugurated the awareness exhibition accompanying the Sustainable Water National Campaign launched in collaboration with the UN Environment Programme under the theme Every Drop Tells a Story. The event coincides with National Environment Day on February 4th. Dr. bin Dana emphasized the importance of further promoting awareness about grey water reuse. He noted that water conservation is a shared responsibility requiring collective efforts to ensure sustainability for future generations. The minister commended the organizers and participants, highlighting that environmental awareness is a key to sustainable development. He urged the public to adopt responsible water consumption practices. And promote conservation awareness. The exhibition introduces the campaign's objectives and highlights innovative water conservation solutions, particularly grey water reuse, and includes a dedicated children's section with educational games and interactive activities. The Minister of Industry and Commerce, Abdullah Fakhru, yesterday met with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian expatriates, Dr. Badr al-Abdullah. The Fakhru affirmed that the depth of relations between Bahrain and Egypt, noting the importance of enhancing cooperation in various sectors, including strengthening joint work in the economic sectors and the exchange of experiences and expertise in the industrial and commercial fields. Due to the mutual keenness to strengthen bilateral cooperation, he also highlighted the features of the promising economic and investment environment in Bahrain, listing the most prominent local and international strategic projects and pointing to the facilities provided by the government to investors from all over the world, which had a profound impact on attracting qualitative investments and diversified projects to the kingdom. Tamkeen announced its annual plan for 2025, which aims to support 50,000 Bahrainis' employment opportunities and career development through 4 strategic priorities, while continuing to prioritize the development of Bahraini cadres in the private sector.